Welcome back, everyone. 7 o'clock on your Sunday morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Matthew Foltz alongside Lindsay Monroe. Busy day here in central Indiana. We got the Colts, Indians last game of the season, and obviously the Fever. They are away at Atlanta taking on the Dream for the kickoff of the WNBA playoffs. So lots happening, Lindsay.
It really is. And we got the rain we needed yesterday. I know some of you probably had to rework some of your outdoor plans at times, but it was rain we really did need. We do not want to go into the fall season in a deficit, and that's kind of where we were headed. So we could use more. Today, I really don't see much. I think any of that remnant rain in southern Indiana is going to wrap up here soon, and then we're going to dry things out. We're going to head into a relatively dry stretch as well. That's going to take us on into the work week. So we'll talk about the heat and the dry weather returning, but real quick, wanted to show you where this boundary to our north is stalled. Got this high pressure area sitting just south of us, and that's kind of sandwiched some instability, if you will, across the state of Indiana. So that really is what fired up those scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the course of the day yesterday. Picked up just shy of 1/4 of an inch in Indianapolis, but there were obviously pockets of some heavier rainfall and higher rainfall totals. Southern Indiana now, just to the south of Seymour, you've seen how basically the same area been hit over and over during the overnight. That is all now starting to wrap up. This is your looping radar over the past 6 hours, by the way. Just to the south of Seymour, we're getting some rainfall. Radar indicated amounts nearly 2 to 3 inches over the past about 6 hours. So that's a pretty significant amount of rain, but it is all starting to wrap up. Where we did see rain yesterday, we are watching our visibility for the potential, some low-lying clouds and some fog to develop in those spots. So Shelbyville down to 3 miles right now, but outside of that, really not seeing much in the way of impactful foggy conditions and low visibility. Temperatures now starting in the 60s. It is 64 in Indy, 63 in Muncie, and over the next several hours, going to heat things up for us today. That rain to the south moves out. We bring back mostly sunny skies, and we approach the upper 80s for highs today. The road to the 90s, that's coming up in your 7-day forecast.
All right, we'll see you then, Lindsay. New this morning, right now, 2 IFD firefighters are recovering after battling a fire on the city's Near East Side. So these are pictures on your screen from IFD's Facebook page. We're told the fire broke out just before midnight at a vacant home on rural near Michigan Street. So the department says 2 people are displaced this morning after the fire grew to a home next door. Both firefighters were taken to Methodist with minor injuries. Right now, the cause of the fire is still under investigation this morning. We're also working to learn more this morning about a shooting near Notre Dame's campus late last night. South Bend police saying that they got calls of shots being fired in the area of Eddy Street Commons, which is a complex area of restaurants and shops just off the campus. Police say no one was hurt, but there was property damage. At least 2 people have been detained, and all of this happening last night during that Notre Dame game against Texas A&M when they were about to wrap up. So, of course, police are still investigating what led up to all of this. As we get more updates, we'll be sure to pass that along to you. Back here at home in Marion County, we're following the ongoing debate over how to hold parents accountable when their kids break curfew rules right here in Marion County. Right now, city-county leaders are torn on what the fine fee should look like. Our Brandon Schaff has the latest.
When it comes to punishing parents for their kids breaking Indy's curfew, city-county councilors can't agree on how much to fine them. Right now, there are no fines.
If you have a law, without some kind of penalty attached to it, all it is a suggestion.
The original proposal included a written warning for the first violation, $500 for the second, and $1,500 for any further violations. Since then, some councilors amended it, lowering the $500 fine to $300 and the $1,500 fine to $700. Plus, they amended the language to give a judge leeway when it comes to how much to fine parents.
Took feedback from not only the Democrats on the council, but community advocates as well, and offered plenty of amendments to it.
However, the council voted down the amendments and tabled the whole issue, so it's still an ongoing debate. As the City-County Council considered potential fines for youth curfew violations, some councilors reached out to faith leaders in the community to discuss how much those fines should be.
I've had conversations with some council members about the original numbers, And my numbers were much, much lower than I recommended because the circumstance for each kid is different.
Harrison says many people in the community support holding parents accountable with fines, but he worries about the impact on families with limited income. He suggests $100 to $200 for the first fine and $250 to $300 for the second.
That's where we got to get to. What is a fair amount? And maybe that's something that judges may need to determine rather than having a set fee.
Harrison adds if the fines are decreased, there's a better chance they'll be passed, hoping to decrease youth violence in Indy. Brandon Sheff, 13 News.
Time is now 7:05. We have an update this morning on the death investigation we brought you right here on 13 Sunrise yesterday. Metro Police now telling us a male victim who showed up at Community East Hospital died from a stabbing and not a shooting. They also believe his death is from a domestic dispute. So police say the incident happened near East Washington and I-465 on the east side. Officers do have a person in custody this morning. Meanwhile, the Marion County Coroner's Office is still working to determine exactly how he died. The nonprofit Public Advocates in Community Reentry, or PACE, is celebrating second chances. Over the weekend, they held a 3-on-3 basketball tournament. So PACE helps formerly incarcerated people get the resources they need to live a better life. So 16 teams of PACE and community members competed yesterday over at Bicentennial Plaza outside of Gamebridge Fieldhouse, and the winner took home $3,000. PACE also sold artwork made by current inmates. They say that money raised will go back to the nonprofit to help with this programming, and you can learn more at WTHR.com.